Holy crap, guys, sorry for the delay on this part 3 of this anime collection video. Again, just so much stuff's been going on. I've had pickups episodes just piling up, but I know people are here to watch the anime collection, so I'm gonna get right to it and start off where I left off. I've totally forgot about this like second section here, and then we'll finish off with all this stuff. Moon Phase, the complete series. This is actually really, I actually really like this. It's sort of like a romantic comedy with vampires thrown in. I thought it was really cute, and I actually really enjoyed it. So I think I've watched it a couple times actually. I got that at a garage sale for like $10. Same with this My Hime collection. But I'll talk about that when I get to it. Metropolis, Osamu Tezuka movie. He's the guy who did Astro Boy. Haven't seen it, but I've heard it's pretty good. Midori Days. This is all 3 volumes. It's about a guy who gets a girl on his right hand. So I haven't watched it yet, but I really want to with that premise. It's really crazy. Moyo Ken. This is the TV show. I know there's an OVA, but this is a complete collection. The character designs are by Rumiko Takahashi. She did Ramna 1/2, Inuyasha, and stuff like that. It's an alright anime. I remember watching it. I don't remember too much about it, though, unfortunately. I think it's about, like, demon hunters. It's sort of got, like, an Inuyasha vibe, for sure. Monster, this is only the first box set, which is actually the only box set they made of this series, which is a shame, because it's a really intriguing anime. I think it's sort of about, like, a crazy psycho kid and, like, this amazing, like, the protagonist is, like, this amazing surgeon, and he's also, like, tied up in the conspiracy or whatever. I don't remember too much, but because that's all I've watched is actually just this first box set. So, but from what I've seen, it looks really good. Hopefully, either someone picks it up or Viz re-releases it or something, because it's the only box set they've had of it. And I know there's way more episodes. Monster Rancher. This is one that I picked up at the anime convention I went to the other month. Monster Rancher is one of those shows from my childhood that I just watched like all the time. Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Power Rangers. If we're talking specifically anime, like Ultimate Muscle, Fighting Foodons, a lot of stuff from like Fox Kids, and this is one of the Fox Kids series. I know I had one DVD of this at one point, but people at Discotech Media released the complete series, which is freaking amazing. It's just one of those series from my childhood that I love so much that I can't go back to anymore, because you know it's not on TV anymore. So to have the complete series on DVD is just amazing. They also have the Japanese version of this, Monster Farm, in its own box set, but I never grew up with that version, so I just got the Monster Rancher version instead. Moribito, the complete collection. I think this was like a Walmart exclusive way back in the day, like in 2005 or something like that. I remember picking it up there. Unfortunately, I don't think it's too great of a series. I don't remember too much about it, but I do remember falling asleep during the first episode, so it was pretty boring from what I remember. Mouse. This is, I guess, the complete series, which is only like 4 episodes or 5 episodes or something. It's terrible. It's known as one of the worst anime out there. It's ridiculous, like, fan service, and it's just as bad as people say it is. So, I mean, take that as with what you will, but it's pretty bad. Murder Princess, complete series. I haven't watched it yet, but it looks pretty cool. My Hime complete series. I got this for $10 at that one garage sale. And then I got the Moon Phase one. I like My Hime. It's about a group of, I think, schoolgirls, and they have, like, all these different powers. It's sort of like Stan's from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, if I remember correctly, but I think it's also not like that. But it's pretty interesting. I know they made, like, a bunch of spin-off series and stuff like that, but I only have the first one. I'm okay with that. I don't need to watch all the rest of the spin-off ones or whatever. My Neighbor Totoro, this, I already showed it in the Ghibli stuff over there in the Blu-rays. You're like, then why do you have this DVD version? Because this is the old dub. Me and my sister used to rent this on VHS all the time as a kid, and we eventually got this DVD. I kept it because it has the old dub on it, and that's the dub we grew up with. Blu-ray's better quality, yeah, but it has the new Disney dub, which I do not prefer. My Santa, this is Ken Akamatsu series. He did Love Hina, and actually Negama right here he also did. It's a short little romantic comedy about I guess Christmas. I haven't watched it, or if I did, it was actually, you know what, I did watch it, but it was so long ago I don't remember. So I don't remember it being too amazing. Negama, on the other hand, is pretty good. I obviously don't have the complete series here. I'm missing volume 3 and 5. I haven't seen the second season at all. But I do recommend the first season if you like romantic comedies / harems and stuff like that. It's like Love Hina except with witches, so it's not terrible. Neon Genesis Evangelion. I don't know anything about this series, so we're just gonna skip it. Yeah, no. One of the most popular anime of all time. Almost everyone's watched it. I'm no exception. This is one of my introductory animes into like anime in general. I remember picking up these DVD volumes at pawn shops like probably almost like 10 years ago by now. Yeah, this is the whole series. I kind of have a weird collection of it. I have the Platinum Volume 1. The Platinum series was a re-release of these old volumes, except it had better sound, picture quality, all that stuff, and a couple extras like commentary. So that's, if you want to get Evangelion, the Platinum is the way to do it. But these are the really old volumes, just the standard collection volumes, and that's the whole series right there. Then you also have the director's cut stuff, which is like, they have 2 volumes for that, and it's a re-release of these last 2 volumes, except they had additional scenes, like, I think there was like a Ray in a tube scene with like all the clone Rays in there, and they added that in. I don't know. In my opinion, it's not worth it to get the director's cut. I think the changes are not even that amazing or anything, but whatever. Then you got the 2 old movies right here. Death and Rebirth was just a recut of the series, and then the end of Evangelion, which is the mindfuck one. Then you have the new series, which I only have the second and third one. Second one's DVD, third one's the only Blu-ray I have. But I got the third one for like 20 bucks on Blu-ray, which is how much I paid for like the second one on DVD, so whatever. Still missing 1.11. I'll get it if I ever see it for cheap. But yeah, other than 1.11, this is a complete Evangelion series. Everybody knows about Evangelion, so I'm not going to talk too much more about it. But there you go. My collection sort of spawns down here because I ran out of room. So we'll crouch down here real quick. Next is Naruma Daikon Bros, another series by the dude who did Excel Saga and Puni Puni Poemi, which, did I get to that one? I did not get to that one yet, so we'll talk about that when I get to it. But yeah, I actually liked it. It's a sort of a musical comedy series. Sort of like the Blues Brothers, actually. I think it's sort of kind of ripped off of it, actually. But just like the Excel Saga volume, I did get it signed by Nabashin, who directed this anime. So that was really cool. And then Knowing to Your Other Self. This series is really weird. I'm not sure if I recommend it or not. I don't think I do, even though I do have the complete series. I got it for like 10 bucks for all 5 volumes. So I know they just released this on Blu-ray by Funimation. I don't recommend picking it up, to be honest with you. Look up a couple episodes online. It's weird in a, like, not even a cool sort of way. It's just stupid weird. And like the third episode or the second episode is like completely different animation style to the first episode. You'll know when you see it. So I don't know. It's just completely like weird like that. On Nightwalker Midnight Detective, the complete series, only did 2 volumes of it. Old ass US manga release here. I actually like this series. It's about a dude who's a detective. He's also a vampire. Fights off monsters. Gets pretty cool. I don't know. It's a really short series. If you like 90s anime like that, I definitely recommend it. The theme songs are pretty awesome in my opinion. Ninja Scroll. This is one of the classic animes of all time. It's just a movie. I know there's TV series. I actually did have a couple volumes of it, but TV series is complete trash in my opinion. The movie still holds up, I think. The animation's awesome. It's a little dark, I guess, but, you know, whatever. Take that as what you will. All-purpose cultural cat girl Nuku Nuku, otherwise known as Nuku Nuku to a lot of people. This is one of my favorite, like, old-school animes. I actually have a poster of it in my other room. I don't know. I just really like this series for some reason. This is the complete collection, so it has the old OVA, then they did a TV show, and then they did a second TV show called Dash. Dash is meh, in my opinion. The TV show is alright. It's just sort of typical 90s. And the OVA is the best one. It's like the old school, like, late 80s OVA, so I recommend that over all of this if you do want to see this. It's about a robotic cat girl. And yeah, it's not actually that, like, wacky or anything. It's just sort of interesting. Nurse Witch Kamugi. Haven't watched it. I know this is spin off of Soul Taker, which I gotta finish that series because I really like Soul Taker actually. But this is like a, I don't know, just like a weird spin off of it. Oh My Goddess. I like this better than Oh My Goddess because I don't know. I guess I'm a nostalgia wanker because I like the older stuff better. But yeah, this is the old 90s OVA series of that, and it's pretty good in my opinion. One Piece. I don't like One Piece after Vivi left, which is like pretty much after this. This is the first thing Funimation dubbed of One Piece. Actually, I do want to get all of the 4Kids dub just because that is what I watched as a kid. This is just a random bootleg of like episodes like 46 through 50 something or whatever. I don't know. I found that at a pawn shop for $1, so I was like, I'm gonna get it. Still have it. But yeah, if I wanted One Piece, I'd get the 4Kids dub, if anything. Only problem is those are like only like in 10 volumes, so I'd take up a lot of space. This is sort of out of order because I got this not too even that recently, but I'm just too lazy to put it in there because it's U and it's toward the end. Urda the Third Reich. This is some weird like CG anime. I don't know if it looks any good or not. I think obviously there's some sort of Nazism going on in there, but I don't know. One of these days I'll probably pop it in. It's just a short little movie. I got that at Pawn Shop too. Alright, finally going back up here. Just some more kind of random series. We got Otoboko, which I think is this is Mains Are Falling for Me. It's some sort of romantic comedy / ecchi series. Got that complete collection for like $3. That's pretty much the only reason. Penny Pony Dash. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, 10th grade class was an 11-year-old teacher. That's really weird, but I don't know, it looks pretty cute and kind of funny. I like the covers though. They're all like parodies of different things. Iron Chef, Bruce Lee, Guns N' Roses, Terminator. I don't know. I kind of like that those references because I'm a friggin' nerd. So, but yeah, complete series there. Haven't watched it yet, but I got this for super cheap, like $1 each for the volume. So that's pretty much the main reason. Panty and Stocking. This is a really awesome show. Most people know what it's about, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But yeah, complete series. I got that for $15, so that was a pretty good deal in my opinion. Pat Labor 1, the movie. Pat Labor is a series that I absolutely know nothing about. I picked this up blindly and I haven't watched it yet, so unfortunately I can't say too much about it. I know it has robots and that's it. Pet Shop of Horrors. This is actually a pretty cool older OVA series. It's based off a manga. Pretty much it is like a little Twilight Zone series of anime, so if you like that kind of stuff, Outer Limits, Twilight Zone, you'll like Pet Shop of Horrors. Popotan, this is an ecchi series. That's pretty much all I can say about it. I got these volumes for super cheap off of Right Stuff back in the day. That's where I got those ones as well. So that's pretty much the only reason I have them. And yeah, I don't know. Psychic Wars, one of the worst freaking animes ever made. I did watch this. I don't know why. It is so boring and so bad. It's about some surgeon and he has to fight monsters. It's terrible. Like, if you really are curious, you can look it up, but I know it's rated like one of the worst animes of all time, and it deserves that title as well. This is the other show I was talking about. This is like a spin-off of Excel Saga, weirdly. Again, Nabajin. So if you like Excel Saga, you'll like that, but other than that, I don't think I'd recommend it because it's worse than Excel Saga. It's trying to be Excel Saga and failing, in my opinion. Ragnarok the Animation. I know this is based off of the MMORPG. Got these volumes for super cheap. Haven't watched the series. Same with Robin Fighter Miki. I have absolutely nothing about this show. Apparently involves ramen in some form or another, though. So that's that. Revolutionary Girl Utena. I actually really do like this series. I only have the first volume in the movie. I know Right Stuff recently released these. I'd like to get those collections, but I think they're super expensive or something. So for now, that's all I got. But I do recommend that series for sure. It's an older one from the 90s. Robotech, which if you didn't know, back in the mid to late 80s, I believe, there was a show called Macross, and a company called Harmony Gold like redubbed it and integrated other anime footage into it and called it Robotech. Like this one's called Robotech the Macross Saga, which is like the first saga in that. And then there's also the Shadow Chronicles, which is the movie that came out like as like I think a 20th or 25th anniversary movie or whatever, but it's not very good. I don't know, Robotech's really old school. That's all I have of it, so I can't say too much else. Rune Explorers, old school Swords and Sorcery anime. If you like Slayers, you'll like this. It's just the OVA, so it's not too long. Ruby, this is that new like CG faux anime series. I put it in the anime because whatever, it's close enough. It's alright. I don't know if I like it as much as some other people do, but it's alright. Sayuki, this is the complete first season, and then the movie, which is pretty much all I'm going to get from it, because that's all I really care. It's alright series. I don't know if I'd recommend it 100%. It's like a mid-2000s sort of action-adventure anime, so, I mean, if you like that kind of stuff, that's probably right up your alley, but the first season and the movie are pretty much the main things that I'd recommend. Sailor Moon's where it gets a bit weird, because that's another show like Monster Rancher from my childhood is Sailor Moon. Me and my sister used to rent the VHS all the damn time. Used to watch that show on Cartoon Network when it was on. Toonami, I guess. Just whenever I could. I'd really like the old dub, and unfortunately the best way to get it currently is through a bootleg set that's like 2 volumes on eBay. Because otherwise you're going to pay like $50 per volume, and there's like 17 volumes of it from ADV, like an old ADV release. So I would recommend like these for the just for the like pure and simple reason that these are the new releases by Viz. Unfortunately, new dub. It is more accurate. I know Sailor Moon R Part 2 just came out. They're like $30 a piece for the DVDs and like $50 for the Blu-rays. You're probably like, why do you have 2 DVDs and a Blu-ray then, Harley? Well, the first one I got at Walmart. Then this one I got at Walmart, and then this one I got actually at Best Buy for $20 because they're randomly having it on sale. So that's why I have the Blu-ray for that. Other than that, I do have the DVDs. I'd like the Blu-rays for all of them, but they're super hella expensive right now. And then we get to one of my favorite series of all time for like absolutely no reason, and that is Sakura Wars. This whole section here is Sakura Wars. I don't know. It's just like it's an old video game from the Sega Saturn and Dreamcast era, and then it's put into anime. It's a harem and a robotic mech anime, and I don't know. I just really like it for like absolutely no reason. This has like all the OVAs. This is actually the box set for the TV series, but it has all the OVAs and TV series that they did, and this has the Blu-ray movie, and then this has the actual TV series box set right here. So, and then this is a Japanese OVA that did come out here, but this is like the special edition. I got that for like $5 off of eBay. But yeah, I don't know. I really like Sakura Wars for like no reason, so that's why that takes up so much space. Samurai Deeper Kyo, another like action adventure, sort of like Sayuki from the mid 2000s. This box set actually came with a Game Boy Advance game, which Harley, fun fact, it's actually the last Game Boy Advance game ever released in the US. So I kept that sealed. I actually do like the anime. The manga is better, but it's not bad. It's about like a swordsman who gets stuck in the body of like a traveling what is he? He's like not a pharmacist, but like I guess a doctor, and that's pretty interesting. Samurai Pizza Cats. This is an old 90s Saban dub. They're the guys who did Power Rangers, but they also dubbed anime occasionally. It's a comedy series, in case you didn't get by the name Samurai Pizza Cats. They just recently released it on Blu-ray. It's sort of another series from like Fox Kids. I think it was on, maybe? Yeah, it had to have been Saban. That I really liked as a kid, so I thought I'd get it on Blu-ray. It's not the best series in the world, but it's just a fun little kid series, comedy. A couple Samurai X movies. You might know the series as Rurouni Kenshin. They also released some OVA/movies from it back in the day. They're alright. They're a lot more serious than the manga or TV show, I can tell you that much. So if you want a more serious side to Rurouni Kenshin, I do recommend these, I guess. School Rumble. This is supposed to be the first season, but it's missing a couple volumes. But I did watch this on Netflix, and I did watch the volumes way back in the day. I actually really do like it. It's a comedy series set in a school, but it involves more so the characters than anything. So I don't know. I really liked it for like. I don't know, I like random anime, but I don't know, this one really caught my attention for some reason. Second season, not so much, but the first season I still think holds up. Shadow Skill, a weird, like, action-adventure OVA, again from the 90s. This is a 90s series, 90s. Almost all my shit's from the 90s, because that's when I grew up, but Shadow Skill, I don't know. It's kind of bad, actually. Apparently there's a TV show as well, so that might be better, but the movie was not so great. Silent Mobius, it's sort of like Sakura Wars. I haven't really watched too much of it. Not as good in my opinion. The characters don't hold up as much, but it's meh. Slayers, this is the quintessential. If you like swords and sorcery stuff, this is the anime you need to see. This is like, if you haven't heard of Slayers, I don't know what to say, because if you like swords and sorcery stuff, that is the series to go for right here. And this is the re-release by Funimation. I know there was some older like ADV or maybe some like Anime Works releases, but the first 3 seasons, which are all the classic series, and then I know they did some sequel series that are more recent. And this is the first movie. I know they did like 5 movies or so, sort of like Dragon Ball Z did. But this is like pretty much all you need right here is the first 3 seasons in the movie. That'll get you going. Solar Adventure, this is what I like to call like dollar store anime, which is more like a Korean animation sort of thing. Can't pull it out because this shelf is all hobbled together with pieces of different shelves. But it's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. I actually did a review back in the day on my other YouTube channel, but that got deleted unfortunately, so... it's probably one of the worst things. If you ever get like drunk or something, I'd say that would be the thing to watch. You'd probably want to kill yourself. Sonic Soldier Borgman. This is like part of like a super big series in Japan that like never came out here. So this is like, you got like 2 movies here. It's alright. It's about like, it's basically like Power Rangers or Super Sentai. So, I mean, it's alright, but it never got big here. Sonic the Hedgehog the movie. Another thing from my childhood. Used to rent this on VHS literally like every chance I could. Apparently this DVD is actually kind of hard to find. So I think it's worth like $50 or something ridiculous like that. So I'm glad I got it when I did. I got it from Best Buy back in the day. Because I just wanted it so bad. Sorcerer on the Rocks. This is a spin-off of Sorcerer Hunter, I believe. Swords and Sorcery show that I've never seen, and I've never seen this, so I can't recommend it. Soul Eater Parts 1 and 2. A show that basically everybody's seen except for me. So, I guess I need to recommend this to myself so I can actually watch it. Soul Taker, that's the one I was talking about earlier, which I thought was pretty good. I only have 1 volume of it though, so I need to finish that too. Speed Racer, I can't say anything about it. It's just one of the most old anime series out there, so it's from the 50s. It's just one of the old ones. Spirit of Wonder, haven't watched it. Looks to be interesting. I have no idea what it's about though, so I can't really recommend anything about it. Spriggan, Steam Boy, Storm Chaser, these are all movies. Again, I can't really recommend any. I haven't seen them. I heard Steam Boy's pretty good. Spriggan I've heard is meh. And this one is like a weird... Like, I had to add this to like a database because apparently like no one's heard of this. If you've heard of Storm Riders, please let me know. Apparently it's like a Chinese like rip-off anime from what I've heard, but this has like, it's like an official release though. So I'm really confused at that. So if you've ever heard of that, please let me know. Down here we have all my Street Fighter stuff. 2V, To the Animated Movie, Alpha Generations, both movies. I definitely can recommend To the Animated Movie. If you want to see anything Street Fighter animated, the animated movie is where you want to go. If you like sort of like Dragon Ball Z and like Shonen series like that, 2V I guess would be better. And then Alpha Generations, they're sort of meh in my opinion, so I don't know. If you like Street Fighter, I'd guess watch them all, but 2 animated movie is definitely the best of the bunch. Summer Wars, I've heard is a really good movie. I got this at Walmart when it came out, but I have never watched it. Super Robot Wars, again, another really big series in Japan that never really got big here. I know there's like a ton of games about it, but I've personally never like dabbled into it, so I just bought that because I heard a lot of good things about it, but haven't been able to watch it yet, so I don't know. Suzuka, this is about a girl in like a track team. It's a romantic comedy sort of situation. I've only seen the first volume, and I only have like 3 volumes in there, so I can't 100% recommend it, but there you go. Tekken, another sort of weird movie. I think I got this same day I got Steam Boy. It's one of the best anime movies ever, apparently, but I extremely doubt that. Doesn't look too great, but I mean, maybe it's good. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet, so. Tenchi series. I guess I'll just go over this in one big bunch. These are the 3 movies that came out for it. The movies are actually pretty good. I remember the original show being awesome, but I don't have the original show. I have like the 3rd season, which is Tenchi in Tokyo. And then the Ryo-Oki OVA, which came out like 10 years later. Tenchi is like good overall, but I don't know. I haven't seen some of these, so I can't recommend like each one in particular. I remember the movies being pretty darn good though, so I guess the movies in the original series, if anything. Those Who Want Elves is one of my favorite and most underrated anime in my opinion. It's another Swords and Sorceries 90s anime, but it's got a twist to it. A group of people were basically dropped in this mystic world, and they're like, what the hell? And the only way they can get back is to find tattoos that are on the bodies of elves throughout the land. So you can imagine what they have to do to get all that stuff. It's pretty funny. I do recommend the dub for that one, actually. It's got a lot of like dated references, like Britney Spears is mentioned at one point. It's ridiculous. I love it because I love cheesy stuff like that. Transformers, the movie. I put it in anime because it basically is the best thing that came out of Transformers, in my opinion. I know they're releasing a Blu-ray of this, so I'll probably pick that up and upgrade the DVD. Trigun. Trigun is also another one of my favorite series. You're like, well, then why don't you have the actual series and just Badlands Rubble, Harley? Well, viewer, I actually did have some of the series, but it was all in the old volumes, the Genian/Pioneer volumes. And I wanted to get the anime classics collection because I just like the look of that better, and it saves a lot of shelf space. But I'm lazy and also broke, so I haven't picked it up yet. So for now, it's just the movie, but the series and the movie are both 100% recommendations for me. They're awesome. 90s anime goodness. Twilight of the Dark Master, a weird dark movie. It's really like out there. I don't even know how to describe it. It's another dark 90s anime. Sort of like Vampire Hunter D, which again I haven't seen these, but these ones are actually pretty good. From what I have seen, like clips and bits from them, and they look pretty good. Urusei Yatsura. This is one of Rumiko Takahashi's first, along with My Sonic Coco, or Ikoku, I think. This is only the first volume, and this series is like 200 episodes long. There's only like 4 episodes on this, so I don't know if I can recommend picking up a DVD or a Blu-ray of it, because I don't even think a Blu-ray exists, but I only have one volume for some reason, and that's the volume I have, is the first one. And let me just move this stuff out of the way. I got about 5 minutes of recording time left, so I'm going to try to make this quick here. Okay, we come to the last shelf here. Venus vs. Virus, apparently not very good anime. I have literally no idea. I haven't watched it, unfortunately. Beautiful Joe. I did watch this back in the day. This was on Kids WB, I believe. If you've played the games, you know the basic story. You got Joe. He turns to a superhero, goes through movie land. Kicks the bad guys' butts. This is the complete series, which is unfortunately like, what is that, 8 volumes? Which takes up so much space. I wish they just did a collection. If they ever do, I will upgrade. Because right now, I do like this series, but not enough for it to take up this much space, unfortunately. Virgin Fleet, a movie about a war that I have not seen yet, so unfortunately I can't give any feedback on it. Voltron. Voltron is freaking Voltron. I don't know what to say about Voltron. Pretty much the precursor to Power Rangers here, even though it came out later. I know what Super Sentai is, trust me, but this is before anything came out in America, is what I'm saying. So the predecessor to Power Rangers, although it came after Super Sentai. But yeah, I don't know. I wish I had more volume. I wish I had the complete series, but I did have some of those Lion Tins. I know there's like 5 of them, but I sold them all for some reason. So I'd actually like to get those back. Right now I just have the first like 5 episodes. I don't know why. The World of Norway is a kind of weird comedy series from back in the day, like the early 2000s. I don't know. It's like a slice of life romantic comedy. I kind of liked it. X. This is just a movie. I know there's an actual series about X. It's a Clamp series. I've heard the movie's actually pretty dang good, so I haven't watched it yet. Unfortunately, I'll have to try it out. Xenosaga. This is based off the trilogy of RPGs on PS2. I remember playing the first game and it being pretty good. I don't know how the anime is, unfortunately. It looks decent, so I'll have to give it a shot as well. X-Men, the animated series. I did catch a couple episodes of this, and I do remember liking it, which is why I picked it up in general. So I'll have to... I think it's only like 12 episodes, so it can't be too bad. I know there's like a whole line of Marvel anime. This is one of them. Yu-Gi-Oh! This right here is, minus the second volume, is the first 3 seasons of the show. I do want all the volumes to complete this picture of Yu-Gi. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is again another one of those shows from my childhood. You also have the movie down here. I wanted to see that in theaters for my birthday back when it came out, but I never did. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just one of those classic series from my childhood, so want to get the complete series, which is 5 seasons of the movie, missing volume 2 and then volumes whatever to complete seasons 4 and 5. Yu Hakusho, again another one of those classic animes that I want the complete collection to. This is unfortunately just seasons 3 and 4. I remember these were out in Walmart for some reason back in the day. Never 1 and 2 though, so I'll have to try to look out for the first 2 seasons for cheap, then also the OVA and movies to complete it. Zion is not a really weird series, but kind of a weird one. I actually did watch this. It's about like a virus that infects people, and there's only like so many people left, and like the last few people have to fight it off. It's really interesting in a kind of a weird way. It's only so many episodes, though, so I don't know if I'd recommend it wholeheartedly. But, yeah, with Zion being Z's, that is actually all of the anime I currently have. Thank you for watching this, like, hour-and-a-half long series, if you've stuck all the way through. And I'm sorry for the chickens in the background. My parents are farmers, and, yeah, hopefully we're gonna get rid of them soon, because they're annoying as hell. But, then, I guess just to cap this off, we have some old-school VHS here. A couple Ghibli movies, some ROM to 1/2. Old video rental stuff. I don't know why I keep these, but I just do. And then I know I gained like a good chunk of subscribers, at least like 15 from these last few videos, so I don't want to leave you with nothing, like no more anime. So right here is a bunch of anime that I recently picked up. These will be in future pickups episodes. I know I've uploaded a couple of those. I need to get working on uploading more. But if you stay tuned in my pickups episodes, I will be uploading any movies or Blu-rays, including anime. So if you were looking here for the anime, I do recommend watching pickups episodes, and hey, maybe you'll like my other stuff too. So thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching. I'll see you again with more videos, more collection videos most likely, because again, people seem to like those. So thank you very much again, and I'll see you next time.